morning, afternoon or evening, depending on what time of day you're watching this, or indeed whereabouts in the world you are. I'm MoD and we're back with Euro Truck Simulator 2. And before I do anything else, I wanted to look at my loans, and we can't afford to repay any of them yet. I think we should think about looking at repaying at least one of them at some point. We need to repay something. Let's have a look at the truck manager. What have we got here? We've got 2 trucks making us about 1,500 a day, and then there's Matilda. Shame you can't actually physically name the trucks. I mean, you can paint them, you can relocate them, you can upgrade them, but I can't actually rename my truck. You know, like Eddie Stobart, they have their trucks with names. Is it worth spending any money on painting the bloody thing? $4,000 per paint job. Cancel. Yeah, we don't need to worry about any trucks apart from Tildy, really do. Let's have a look at a wheelbase upgrade then. Oh, actually. Does that even do anything for our fuel capacity? Well, anyway. Or maybe it's worth getting a new engine. I don't know. Do we really want to spend our money on engines for these guys? Well, they're 320. No, sod it. Worry about it. I don't even know if it's worth upgrading the engines on our drivers. So anyway, welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. We're going to get ourselves a quick job. We're currently in Kassel. Where are we going to go? That's a reasonable length journey. Glasgow, Edinburgh. Let's go to Genevieve. I think that's how it's pronounced. So where are we? Episode 42. Let's have a look. How long do we even have to accept the job? 1 hour. So if we accept it now, how long do we actually have to complete the job? Expected. Ah, fuck it. Let's just take it. This has got to be the quickest pickup ever. And away we go. So this is a Sunday episode, meaning we don't really talk about anything question-wise or charity-related. But we will try and talk about as much random shit as we can possibly fit in. How much time do we have before we need to rest? 3 hours, okay. So once we get onto the motorway, I think is when we'll think about resting up. Fuel we're looking okay for. So let's talk about real life stuff for a bit. And today, this is Saturday, the 20-something. Where's the actual date today? I'll have to get my phone out of my pocket to have a look. Saturday the 24th, 7:30. Go. Yeah, I have to do it because I can't see the lights otherwise. And it's been an interesting day so far. It starts off this morning when I got a lie-in. My hours have been changed at work. I suppose that's something I should mention. At work, instead of working 12 till half 6, I'm now working 9 till half 5, meaning we're going to have a little less time now to actually do videos. So I hope this means that things don't suffer here, obviously. But it also means getting a bit more money in it at least, which is always a good thing. But what's the point I'm trying to make? Work hours changing. So today I had a lie-in. It was always a good thing having a lie-in. Although I woke up by Murtai giving me a nudge this morning saying, "Maud, are you awake?" "Well, I am now, clearly, you four-eyed fruitcake." And she's looking at me now as if to say, "What? I didn't say that." "I know, but it makes it so much more fun for the people listening at home if they believe you woke me up in a pathetic fashion." Honest. Honest. But I do know that I woke up by Murtai being ouchy and achy. So, this afternoon, the car was booked into the garage. The lovely Fiesta had a slight problem on it, as in the exhaust was making a really, really loud racket. It sounded like it was a professional racing car. It was that throaty, shall we say. But on a road-going car, that's a bad thing. My fuel efficiency had gone down quite a bit. So Wednesday morning, I took a bit of time out. I took it to the garage to get it diagnosed. Turns out that the back box had a massive hole inside of it, and also the midsection of the car was rusted to buggery as well. So it's decided to replace both of those at the same time. Cheap enough job on a Fiesta. But it's just, that should actually be okay for the next few years now. I don't think we're needing a exhaust anytime soon. But how it affects your car though, apart from being noisy, is there's something inside the engine that needs pressure, back pressure or something, to actually make the pistons work a bit better inside the engine. I'm not 100% sure on how the whole cycle of power works inside your engine. I do know that it's 4-stroke usually. I did this at college, how do I not remember? Never mind. So, basically there's less pressure in the engine, so I'm having to put my foot down more, which generates more exhaust gas, which makes the holes in the exhaust bigger, which means I need to use more power. It's just a vicious circle. So I picked up the car at the garage, and then that's when I noticed, oh, straight away the car's got its power back. I didn't realise how gutless it was. I mean, it's always been a bit gutless, but now it's just a case of, right, I'll put my foot down, let's go. Whoa! Oh shit, okay, let's just steady on here, Mod. Steady on! Because it just shot away. I got a bit of wheel spin in first gear, and it's like, yeah, the power's back. It's amazing how much of a difference the hot exhaust makes to your power. A lot of difference. And you might hear figures being bandied around of you only lose about, say, 10 horsepower. But if you only have 50 to begin with, I mean, I don't have much in my car. I don't think it's as low as 50, but it's not a lot. But if you lose, say, 10%, so if you lose 10 horsepower in a normal car, then you don't notice it as much. But if you lose 10 horsepower in a car as weak as mine, then you really do notice it. And it's been interesting going at motorways. You put your foot down and the car just doesn't go. So that's fixed now. The car's back to normal until the next thing to go wrong. We were saving money actually. This week's money should have been going towards next weekend, because I'm going away to Western-super-Mare. Half of Team Tuxedo will be descending on Western-super-Mare with our friends, and that'll be me, Mike, Murtai, and we'll be going along and having some fun with mates and family, and just, you know, we won't be recording it, but it's important to get the car repaired before then, because apart from the fuel efficiency, which had taken a massive hit, we're talking normally get about 40-50 miles to the gallon, and that dropped straight down to 30 with my exhaust problem. So that's been fixed, and the fuel efficiency should go back up now. So not only that, but the noise would have been very uncomfortable over long distances. I mean, I don't mind it, but I have to bear in mind that people that I give rides to as a passenger in my car aren't overly as comfortable with loud noises as myself. And also, the exhaust did give out a very slight vibration when it did make its noise. Why did I indicate then? I don't know. That'd be fun anyway. Be a good chance to hang out with Mike and people. I mean, hanging out with Murtai is always good. That's a given. It's always a given. Excuse me. But yeah, thinking of the 1.25 Fiesta, there's a comment that a gentleman at work made to me a while back about how apparently I shouldn't notice that big of a difference in my little car when I put high octane fuel in it. Because in the UK, I don't know how it works for the rest of the world, but in the UK we have two different types of fuels for unleaded. One of which is your normal bog standard unleaded, comes out of the tank, and the other one's a bit more higher octane, give you a bit more power. It's supposed to give you, say, I don't know, 5-10 horsepower more. And my colleague at work doesn't understand how my car gets such a kick out of it, because the normal fuel is rubbish. My car has less power than a nun. It is just not going to happen. But then when you change it to the higher octane stuff, suddenly my car changes into a different creature. And because I'm not having to thrash the car as much, the fuel efficiency went up as well. So my workmate's like, how does that work? I don't quite get how that works. And I thought about it, and it's also to do with the exhaust. Because, you know, if you lose power, say 10 horsepower, equally, if you're gaining 10 horsepower, it's a lot more noticeable in a smaller car. So my car now feels like a 1.3 or 1.4. Or at least, you know, it feels how it should anyway. Oh, 1 hour till we need to rest. We better pull over soon. And how long do we even have to complete the job? 23 hours. Yeah, I think we can afford a rest stop somehow. We'll just better find the next place to pull over and pull over then. But yeah, my car means a lot to me. I don't know if you guys picked up on that at any point in not just this video, but any video I've made ever. So that next weekend we're going to Weston-super-Mare, but going back to this weekend though, this weekend is going to be busy because, well, I've got a huge amount of footage to record for next week and to render, and I've also got to upload it at some point too. I've got to get something done in advance for when we go on holiday. Well, it's not a holiday, it's a day trip. We're going on a day trip to Weston-super-Mare. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. It better be a lot of fun. I'm going to call this game Colin. I am already pulling over. Engine off. Let's fill up the tanks. Because we've got a bit of money to spare, honest. So what else are we doing this weekend? We are... Yes, thank you for stealing my money. We are watching the real life Formula 1. Oh, money's come in for me. Thank you, Mr. Driver. And it's daytime, we don't need the lights anymore. Anything coming? I can't see shit. Hey, that was your fault. Oh, the trailer didn't take any damage, that's good. I'm happy with that. Damn these right-hand drive vehicles and the left-hand drive suited country. Oh, and my driver's making more money. Yay! We're getting a lot of money coming in now. The beginning of the MoD logistics company is kicking in now. We're going to start making lots of money. Soon we'll be able to afford dead metal. Yay! Because I think that's what we're going to be calling the truck in here. But getting back to this weekend, I'm waffling again and going off subject. I keep doing that. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing, but it can't be a good thing. But this weekend we're going to be watching the Formula 1. Anybody that watches my F1 videos will know that I'm a fan of the underdog, so you can imagine I was very, very happy when it came to the end of qualifying 1 to see two Mauritius and Caterham had progressed through to the next round of qualifying, which is quite a rare occasion for the two newest teams in Formula 1. And also I do believe it's the first time one of the new teams had actually got two cars through to second round of qualifying at all. How qualifying works in Formula 1 is it's split into 3 sections, Q1, Q2 and Q3. In Q1, the 6 slowest cars go out. Then in Q2, we lose the next 6 slowest. And then it's just a straight shootout in Q3 for pole position. And generally, the Caterhams and Mauritius don't ever get out of Q1 because they're still slow compared to the other teams. I mean, they're not as slow as some teams that were around in the 90s, don't get me wrong. But compared to the ultra-competitive field that is Formula 1 these days, they are right at the back of the pack, unfortunately. And out of the two teams, I prefer Mauritius, because they got a prettier car, and they didn't have any stupid legal bullshit with Lotus about the use of their name, or anything like that. So, two Mauritius into Q2, very happy. Very, very happy. Mod was happy. But the biggest surprise was a Caterham in P3. P meaning position, Of course, positions for the top 16 don't really matter in Q1. So the fact he was actually in third meant nothing because the slate got wiped clean for the beginning of Q2. But what happened was, all the other teams, it was a wet track, but it was starting to dry off, and the two new teams, Caterham and Marussia, took a gamble. They put their guys on slicks, and the track just got dry enough for them to set decent laps on for them to get through, whereas teams like Williams and Toro Rosso fell out at Q1. But the underdog supporter in me, I was really happy with that result. I knew the guys, once the track started drying out, I knew the Caterham and the Marussias were not going to progress any further. In fact, as it turned out, the Caterham qualified in 14th, and the Marussias were 15th and 16th. Collectively, that's the highest ever starting point for a Marussia team, for the Marussia team, ever. By collectively, I mean both cars. I mean, the highest they've ever qualified, I think, is 13th. Was that Heikki Kovalainen in the Caterham a year or two ago? I think it was Heikki. But the race is going to be interesting. I haven't watched Q3 yet. I had to go take the car to the garage at that point in time. But I am assured by Murtai it was a cracking round of qualifying, and Paul di Resta should have got the pole, but he didn't, and it went to Lewis Hamilton. Basically, the track was getting faster and faster as it was drying out, and the longer you left it to go out, the drier the track got, and of course the drier the track is, the more speed you can get up. So Lewis Hamilton was last across the finishing line, and as everybody else in front of him was drying the track off for him, he got across the line in pole position. His fourth in a row, I think, and he's got some high hopes for the race. By the time you're watching this, the race will be over, and I hope it's a good one. We're at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium, and I've got my hopes up for a good race. We need a good race this season. It's been a bit boring so far, I think. What with the tyres are a bit too fragile, the fact that Pirelli can't take responsibility for their tyre failures. It wasn't us, it was an external factor. Yeah, every other tyre manufacturer in existence has managed over the years. Why is it Pirelli suddenly turns? But suddenly it's not their fault. Although there is rumour that Michelin will be coming in to replace them at some point, which I really hope happens, because I don't rate Pirelli anymore. Anytime something goes wrong with their tyres, it's not their fault. It is never their fault. Joe Public doesn't care about that. Joe Public wants to see Pirelli put the hand up and say, you know what, yeah, it was our fault. Like Michelin did in 2005, or was it 2006, when they had their great big disaster at Indianapolis, when their tyres were going to fail at one particular corner, and they were like, yeah, we designed our tyres wrong. We want you to make some modifications to the track so our tyres do work, but it didn't get a unanimous vote, and so Michelin advised their guys to pull out on safety grounds, because they couldn't guarantee the safety of their product. But why can't Pirelli put their hand up and go do that? Yeah, Michelin shot themselves in the foot by bringing in an inferior product to the race, but I honestly think that them putting their hands up and saying it's our fault is a lot better than what Pirelli are doing right now. A lot better. Yeah, I've heard stories where people take the cars to garages and they say, fit whatever you want, so long as it's not a Pirelli. That's how bad it is. Whoosh. So that's the plan for Sunday, and I think Mike is talking about going to Insomnia, which is also the home of this year's Minecraft UK Expo. I've heard that Dinnerbone and the Mindcrack boys are going to be there, and honestly I'm tempted to go. So if anybody wants to see me, again, you won't know if I've actually gone until I've gone, I suppose. I mean, there's no way in hell you're going to watch this and go, oh, I'll go to the Expo and meet MoD. Too late now. But if I do go to the Expo, it means not watching the Grand Prix until later in the day, because I'll be watching it on the BBC iPlayer, which will play it in a delayed fashion for me, because the BBC is good like that sometimes, when the website wants to work and wants to stream the race properly. What's that? You've got 5 mega download? Sorry, still not enough to buffer this programme that you want to watch. Thanks, BBC. And then we fast forward to Monday. Monday we are going to be playing Space Crusade, real life Space Crusade. Last Monday I went round my friend's house, We shall call him Mr. Jones, I think, for the purpose of these videos. Mr. Jones. We went round to his house, me and Watson did, and he had one of his friends there. We should call him American J. Yes. American J is what we shall call the other friend. And the four of us were playing Space Hulk. When Watson and myself were younger, we used to play 2nd edition Space Hulk, and so when 3rd edition came out, I snapped up a copy. I went into Two Fat Goblins, my local comic book store. They also happen to stock Games Workshop items and other sorts of role-playing and card game and other sort of merchandise. So I went to my local Two Fat Goblins and I said to Phil, "Get me Space Hulk, please." And he says, "Certainly, sir. Would you like that gift box at all?" And I said, "No, don't be silly." And he says, "Don't worry, I was joking anyway." But regardless, I got my Space Hulk. It only cost me 60 quid. But then I found out that Games Workshop broke the molds for the game, so they cannot physically manufacture any more copies of 3rd edition should they want to. It means that every copy of Space Hulk now is a collector's item, including mine. I mean, yes, I've used mine, but it's been carefully looked after. It's in mint condition, apart from the fact the models have been assembled, and I dread to think how much it fetches on eBay now. Probably nowhere near as much as one of these Space Crusade expansion packs I'm interested in. There's only one expansion pack for Space Crusade I'm interested in, and that is Mission Dreadnought. It gives you 2 new Dreadnoughts, there's a couple of extra missions, a new floor plan, and some shiny bits for your Space Marines to fight the new Dreadnoughts. Space Crusade is well, it was published by MB Games. That's a blast from the past. MB! And they published Games Workshop's game in 1990, so the copy of Space Crusade I've got is older than Watson. Haha! How's about that? But it was an incredibly easy game to play. It only took about 15 minutes to set up compared to 20-25 minutes of Space Hulk. Mostly because you're having to faff about with people and making space. Space Crusade doesn't need as much space as Space Hulk. Room, I should say. It doesn't need as much room as Space Hulk. But oh, we're shifting here. Must concentrate a little as we go past the traffic. Boom, baby. Oh. I knew that was going to happen as soon as it turned in. Never mind. So Space Hulk, you get 5 Marines per chapter, and there's 3 chapters. Ultramarines, Blood Angels, and Imperial Fists. Each one has their own unique skills. For example, Ultramarines get the best war gear and the best commander, because of the way you can equip him. Blood Angels get the best close combat items, and Imperial Fists are the best with heavy weapons. Always a good thing are heavy weapons. So you get each Marine has 4 action points. So each Marine has 6 action points unless they're holding a heavy weapon, in which case it's 4. This is where Imperial Fists are good, because they get a special war gear card called Suspensors, which allow you to move your heavy Marines at the same speed as normal ones, which makes them very good at rapid attacking, shooting, killing lots of Gene Stealers and other alien goodies. Oh yeah, that's the thing about Space Crusade as well. It's not just Gene Stealers. In fact, Gene Stealers are a rarity in Space Crusade. Instead, it's more likely orcs. Yeah, I don't care. It's more likely orcs, grots, androids, which some people call Necrons, which is agreeable, I suppose, because I can see where the resemblance comes from, considering they look just like Necrons, complete with Gauss rifles. What others are there? Oh yeah, the Chaos Space Marines. There's just quite a lot to choose from with Space Crusade. And there's there's a Dreadnought as well. The idea is the Space Marines have to get to a particular objective or kill a particular Marine, and then the alien player has to stop them by annihilating everyone. Easy! It's a lot easier to play than Space Hulk. I mean, 3rd edition, the amount of times we've had to... Oh, low installments, not good. the amount of times I've had to stop and look at the rules in 3rd edition. I mean, it's getting easier. We only had to stop about 3 or 4 times in the last game to look up the rules. But still not good. Whereas Space Crusade, I could quite happily tell you the rules for that now and not have to worry about being wrong because they're that quick and easy. So both games are good, but I think I prefer Space Crusade simply because it's a lot faster. Just move this one, shoot, done. Move this one, shoot, done. Shoot, move this one, done. Shoot, move, done. Doom, doom, done. Space Hulk is for some reason a lot slower, and I don't know why, even though there's fewer models on the board and there's only 2 of you. In Space Crusade, you only have to wait 5 minutes tops for your next go. Space Hulk, you can be waiting up to 20 minutes. I have no idea how that is or why. It's just the way it goes. Actually, thinking about Space Hulk, it compares quite favourably to the video game that I picked up recently. You may have watched the video where I play the part of the Gene Stealers and I attempt to annihilate Watson. Well, I say attempt, I did. There's something I discovered after watching that video, actually. There is an undo button that we didn't use. So Watson could have just moved his Terminator back 1 step at a time. And I could have just completely wiped his ass with the floor, or wiped the floor with his ass or something. You know what I mean? I hope. But it was a good game, and not many comments received on it. Actually, it's got 70 odd views, 1 thumbs up, and 2 comments, one of which is me replying to Watson. So, but does that mean people don't like it? Does that mean people don't want to see more of it? I'm assuming it hasn't grabbed everybody's imagination in quite the way I was hoping. But I'll probably do a couple more, just because, you know, we can. And I was hoping to be done by now because my episode plan has gone whoosh, evaporated into thin air. I had a brief episode plan because, you know, this is a Sunday episode. We don't ever do anything proper planned for the Sunday episode. We just get into Tildy and drive. And there really isn't much more I can talk about now. I know I can talk about, actually, my boss added me on Facebook. I'm in a dilemma. Do I add him back or not? It's quite a scary proposition. My Facebook is generally as private as possible. So, you know, when I've had like 3 or 4 workmates in the last 2 days to try and add me, and I'm just like, I don't check Facebook that often, and now my boss has added me. I'm just like, tricky. Might just make a new Facebook so my workmates can join that and give me shit there, but my private one, I think I need to keep my privacy. As much as I like to try and share details with you guys where possible, I don't tell you anywhere near what you would imagine to be a level. Basically, I don't tell you guys shit. I have some major trust issues, so I don't know, I'm still in 2 minds about whether to just go yes or no on it. It's tricky, very tricky. Oh! Oh! Shit, what the hell? Oh. Oh, fuck. I have never damaged a trailer that badly before. Shit. I like that we conveniently crashed by an SOS bar. That's our screenshot. Right there. There we go. Holy fuck. 88%. Well, I'm not getting paid for this job then. Fuck. Oh no, there goes the gearbox. Here comes another expensive repair bill that I don't really want to have to afford, but now I've got no fucking choice but to. Tildy, did you just pass wind, darling? Okay, I believe you, but if it happens again, I'm going to point the finger at you, okay? Meanwhile, prettiness. Let's try and follow that white line while we're looking at the prettiness. Very pretty. Gotta give it to SCS. They know how to make a pretty good game, even if it does look samey and repetitive half the time. Oh, I'm sorry, Tildy. I'm sorry, Cargo. Oh, jeez, that's just bad. That's really bad. What did I do? Did I just get a little bit too close? Was it just a clipping issue, or fuck off? Jesus, another speeding error. I feel a little bad for Tildy, but I feel more bad for my potential loss of earnings on the wallet. How bad is that? Oh well, we'll soon be completing this journey. Oh, train yard. Great big train yard on the left. No railway crossings to drive into at the moment. Fantastic. And oh, there's a train coming in. Oh, Eurostar? Or whatever the European equivalent is. Not entirely sure. Do we turn off here? I think we do. Does that mean we're in Switzerland now then? I think we may have missed that one a few miles back, I'm not entirely sure. So, Geneva then? I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna guess so. But no, me, I'm wrong. Do I care? Not particularly. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, got to follow my rainbow. Can't hang around, gotta keep moving on. But what lies ahead, only one way to find out. Yeah. I'm done now. Got out of my system. Let's put the cruise control on and just stick to the speed for a bit. And I think we should go the long way to our job just so we can uncover. Ooh, brake. Oh, come on. Well, if that's the case then. Oh, you started moving, you arsehole. I was going to push you out of the way then. You're lucky, bus. You're lucky. Not that lucky, though. So that's the recruitment agency. And what else do we have? That's going to be a truck dealership of some sort. A majestic dealership. Oh. Yay. That's just a case of straight on and then around the corner and we're there. Is this where we're going now? I think this is where we go. Yeah. Time to switch your camera. Oh, great. Oh, come on! Really? This is the most smashing episode we've had for a while, I think. No pun intended. Honest. And we're parked. Reckless. Reckless? How rude! So we picked up 10,000 for that. Yeah, it's kind of expected. Oh well, shit happens. Let's go for a drive and... Actually, what does that even do? oh, that's going to cost us a lot to fix. Let's not. Let's do a quick job when we're off cam and then pay for repairs that way. We're at 15,000 miles now. Woohoo! I've been Mod. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this, down the bottom left, there's a thumbs up icon. If you'd be kind enough to hit that, please, pretty please. It means a lot to me if you gave me a rating like that. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and watch more videos like this and Formula 1 and Minecraft in the future as they come out. And please share this with your friends if you enjoyed this in any way, shape or form whatsoever, and let them share in the enjoyment too. I've been Mod, dream big, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.